many years ago, there was a professor, I think his name was Herzberg, and he came up with the theory X and the theory Y, which is what really you just explained. That some people think that most employees are lazy and need to be pushed and need to be watched. And other people think that most employees want to do a good job and want to be promoted and move forward. I happen to be of the latter theory. But if your team is of the prior theory, then let's talk about how you got there. What happened during your interview process? What happened during your onboarding? Does your onboarding include your expectations for employee growth and performance and development? What happens while your employees, maybe the first 6 months of being employed there? Are you building relationships? Are you talking to employees about performance? Or you didn't meet your numbers this month. You fell short this month. You didn't, or is it a conversation? How can I help you move forward? How can I help you? Are you struggling in this area? How can we work together to move you along? I would say those would be questions that I would have if you have an entire staff of people who are not interested in growth and development and are not interested in the organization. And I'm not saying that it's all the employer's fault. I'm just asking what's going on that, number one, let that go in the beginning and what's allowing that to go unchecked. And what can we do about that? That is one of the things that I help my clients do is I come in and I make an assessment, either an organizational assessment or a team assessment, to see what's really peek under the hood and see what's really going on here and how can I help you make it better.
That's really beautiful how you describe that. And I think this is a common problem with new business owners who maybe just started their first businesses, startup owners who might not have the budget to attract top tier talent, and they just need people to get the job done. And then they end up in this kind of situation with limited or no management leadership skills at all, and
Yeah.
maybe unengaged employees or people who took the job in.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. And I would say be intentional about your hiring from the very beginning. And if you struggle, get someone like myself to help you with that. But be intentional about your hiring in the beginning because employee turnover, employee churn is expensive. It costs a lot of money to hire a person, train them, ramp them up in the job, and then have them leave or not perform and then replace them. And then there's that downtime in between that you're losing money and you're losing time. Meanwhile, you're overworking someone else who has to sit in for that. There's just a lot that goes on. So it's very expensive to continue to have that rotational wheel